Hello and welcome everyone. So we are back with our daily current affairs analysis through multiple choice questions. So this will be the analysis of 22nd of July 2020. So if you like the video, please share it so that others also get benefited from our videos. And this will also encourage to make more videos for you. So let's get started. So the topics that are included in today's video are Sero-surveillance, Dichloro-diphenyl-trichloroethane, that is popularly known as DDT, Global Fund, National Financial Reporting Authority, that is NFRA, Mega Food Park Scheme, RAISE Initiative, PASSEX exercise, that is PASSEX, CADOX-1 and COVID-19 vaccine, Central Groundwater Authority, and at last we will have Ribeiro Committee. So we have the first question as, with reference to sero-surveillance, consider the following statements. It seeks to assess the prevalence of a disease in a population by detecting the presence of a specific antibodies. Then it indicates past infections and also detects active infections. So we have to choose the correct statements. So among the given statements, only the first statement is correct. So our correct option will be A1 only. Let's look into the explanation. So sero-surveillance seeks to assess the prevalence of a disease in a population by detecting the presence of a specific antibodies against the virus. It can also be conducted to check if a person has developed immunity to certain diseases. It indicates past infections and which triggered an immune response and is not used to detect active infections. So our second statement is not correct. So tested immunoglobulin G, that is IgG, using ELISA. The sera, that is a part of blood of samples, were tested for IgG antibodies and COVID-19 infection using COVID Kavach ELISA kits approved by the ICMR. So that's it. Moving to the next question we have. So with reference to Dichloro-diphenyl-trichloroethane, that is DDT, consider the following statements. It was banned for agricultural use under the Stockholm Convention. It is used as a chemical effective in reducing malaria infections. So we have to choose the correct statements. So the options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or none of the above. So both the statements are correct. So our correct option will be C, both 1 and 2. Let's look into the explanation. So originally it was developed as an insecticide. It became infamous for its environmental impacts. A worldwide ban on agricultural use was formalized under the Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants. However, its limited use in disease vector control continues because of its effectiveness in reducing malaria infections. The WHO recommends DDT as one of the efficient indoor residual spraying chemicals to curb mosquito menace, and it is widely used by the southern African countries like South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Namibia, Mozambique, and India. DDT is a colorless, tasteless, and almost odorless, that is যার প্রায় গন্ধ নথকা এটা chemical compound. So that's it. Moving to the next question we have. So with reference to the Global Fund, consider the following statements. The fund was created to end tuberculosis, acute immunodeficiency syndrome, that is AIDS, and malaria as epidemics. India shares a partnership with the Global Fund only as a recipient. So we have to choose the correct statements. Our options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or none of the above. So among the given statement, only the first statement is correct. So A will be the correct option. Let's see why. So the Global Fund, with a total investment of $2 billion, was created in 2002 to pool the world's resources and invest them strategically in programs to end tuberculosis, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, and malaria as epidemics. It is a partnership of all governments, civil society, technical agencies, the private sector, and people affected by the diseases. So India has recently announced a contribution of $22 million to the Global Fund for AIDS, TB, and malaria. India shares a sustained partnership with the Global Fund since its formation, both as a recipient and as a donor. So our second statement is not correct. So that's it. Moving to the next question we have. Consider the following statements regarding the National Financial Reporting Authority, or NFRA. So NFRA has been established under the Companies Act of 2013. It monitors and enforces compliance with accounting standards and auditing standards by companies. The NFRA is mandated to protect the public interest and the interest of the investors, creditors associated with the companies. So we have to choose the correct statements. So the options are 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, or all of the above. So all the statements are correct. Let's look at the explanation. So the NFRA was constituted in 2018 by the Government of India under the subsection 1 of section 132 of the Companies Act of 2013. What are the duties of NFRA? Its duty are to recommend accounting and auditing policies and standards to be adopted by companies for approval by the central government, monitor and enforce compliance with accounting standards and auditing standards, oversee the quality of service of the professions associated with ensuring compliance with such standards and suggest measures for improvement in the quality of service. The authority is mandated by NFRA rules of 2018 to protect the public interest and the interest of the investors, creditors, and others associated with the companies by establishing high quality standards of accounting and auditing and exercising effective oversight of accounting functions. So that's it. Moving to the next question we have. So consider the following statements regarding the Mega Food Park scheme. The scheme provides for capital grant of 50% of the eligible project cost in general areas and 75% in difficult and hilly areas. Mega Food Park project is implemented by Special Purpose Vehicle, which is a body corporate registered under the Companies Act. So you have to choose the correct statements. So both the statements are correct. Let's look into the explanation. So the Mega Food Park scheme aims to facilitate the establishment of a strong food processing industry backed by an efficient supply chain, which includes collection centers, primary processing centers, central processing center, and cold chain infrastructure. It is based on cluster approach and envisages creation of state-of-art support infrastructure in a well-defined agri or horticulture zone. The scheme provides for capital grant at the rate of 50% of the eligible project cost in general areas and at the rate of 75% eligible project cost in difficult and hilly areas, that is northeastern region including Sikkim, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and ITDP notified areas of the state subjects to a maximum of rupees 50 crore per project. The Mega Food Park project is implemented by a Special Purpose Vehicle, which is a body corporate registered under the Companies Act. State government entities and cooperatives are not required to form a special separate SPV for implementation of Mega Food Park project. So that's it. Moving to the next question we have. Consider the following statements regarding RAISE initiative. It is a joint collaboration between India and European Union. The program focuses on improving indoor air quality, thermal comfort, and energy efficiency. So you have to choose the correct statements. So the options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or none of the above. So only the second statement is correct. So the correct option will be B, 2 only. Let's look at the explanation. So a retrofit of air conditioning to improve indoor air quality for safety and efficiency, that is RAISE, has been launched recently. It is a joint initiative of Energy Efficiency Services Limited and United States Agency for International Development, not with the European Union. Hence our first statement is not correct. Then it is an initiative has been envisaged for healthy and energy efficient buildings in partnership with USAID Market Integration and Transformation Program for Energy Efficiency Program. It focuses on improving indoor air quality, thermal comfort, and energy efficiency in indoor systems. So that's it. Moving to the next question we have. Consider the following statements regarding passage exercise or PASSEX. It refers to maritime exercises consisting of basic navigation and communication drills between two or more navies. Indian Navy recently conducted separate PASSEX with navies from United States of America and Japan. So we have to choose the correct statements. Our options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or none of the above. So both the statements are correct. So C will be the correct option. Let's look into the explanation. So PASSEX is a maritime exercise conducted between two or more navies, which consist of navigation and communication drills as ships coordinate maneuvers alongside each other. It increases operational readiness and interoperability among the naval forces. The Nimitz Carrier Strike Group of USA recently transited through Indian Ocean region. During the passage, Indian Navy units undertook passage exercise with US Navy. Indian Navy had also conducted similar passage exercises with Japan and French Navy in recent past. So our both the statements are correct. So that's it. Moving to the next question we have. So consider the following statements regarding the CADOX1 and COVID-19 vaccine. It consists of weakened version of adenovirus. It has been developed by the Oxford University. So we have to choose the correct statements. Options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, and none of the above. So both the statements are correct. So C will be the correct option. Let's look at the explanation. The Oxford University vaccine CADOX and COVID-19 is made from a virus, that is CADOX1, a weakened version of a common cold virus, adenovirus, that causes infections in chimpanzees. It has been genetically changed so that it is impossible for it to grow in humans. Genetic material has been added to the CADOX construct, which is used to make proteins from COVID-19 virus called spike glycoprotein. Oxford University has entered into a partnership with global biopharmaceutical company AstraZeneca for large-scale manufacture and potential distribution of the vaccine, which has entered into collaboration with Serum Institute of India. So that's it. Moving to the next question we have. Consider the following statements regarding the Central Groundwater Authority. It has been constituted under the Environment Protection Act of 1986. Its mandate includes to regulate and control the development and management of groundwater resources in the country. So we have to choose the correct statements. So the options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or none of the above. So both the statements are correct. So C will be the correct option. Let's look into the explanation. So the Central Groundwater Authority has been constituted under Section 3 of the Environment Protection Act of 1986. The authority exercises powers as per the provisions of the said Act. The authority was established to regulate and control management and development of groundwater in the country and to issue necessary regulatory directions for the purpose. It is engaged in various activities related to regulation of groundwater development to ensure its long-term sustainability. They include regulating withdrawal of groundwater by industries or projects in 802 overexploited and 169 critical assessment units. It has notified critical and overexploited areas in several states and union territories. Construction of new groundwater structures is prohibited in the notified areas. It can resort to penal provisions contained in the Act. So that's it. Moving to the next question we have. So Ribeiro Committee is related to judicial reform, police reform, legislative reform, or constitutional reform. So the correct option will be B, police reform. So police reform or kotha ei karone aise in view of the recent encounter in Uttar Pradesh of the infamous gangster Vikas Dubey. So yet problem ki jodi encounter bilak police report kora dhorone hoy tat kono problem nai, kintu encounter bilak jodi tenuka nohoy ba encounter bilak jodi fake hoy tetia this will be a dark chapter in the history of a democracy, karon police oporot manor asta ine kom তাতে যদি এইবিলাক ফেক বুলি প্ৰমাণিত হয় তেতিয়াহলে মানুহৰ আস্থা পুলিচৰ ওপৰত একদমে নোহোৱা হৈ যাব। এইটো যাতে নহওক সেইকাৰণে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে টাইম টু টাইম কিছুমান কমিটি ফৰ্ম কৰি থাকে ফৰ পুলিচ ৰিফৰ্ম and Ribeiro Committee is one of them. It provides various recommendations for the police reform but they are not implemented yet. So that's it. That's all for today. So hope you like the video. If you like the video, please share it and subscribe to our channel so that you can get timely update of our videos. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.